Welcome back to Brad Pitt Career Mode on F125. Today we're here for our final episode of Season 2 in Abu Dhabi. So last race in Qatar, we gave Fernando a brand new engine. So hopefully that translates to a win in Abu Dhabi. That's what we're looking for. Oh my god. Okay, we are now the 4th fastest car. Redbull's still pretty far ahead. Mercedes had a huge upgrade. And now Ferrari is ahead of us as well. Okay, that's, that is not good. Yeah, our last upgrade was in the Netherlands, which was about 9 races ago. So we've done almost half the season with no upgrades. That's brutal. Well, as expected, absolutely nothing we can do for the car. So into our final race of the season as Alonso. So last time out in Qatar, we started at the very back of the grid and made our way up to the podium. So we definitely had some very strong pace, but I'm a little worried about the pace around this track. I don't think we're going to be as fast, but we will be starting towards the front. Qualifying will actually matter here, so we'll see. We might be in a bit of trouble. I cannot get the car set up to be like perfect. You know, the rear end is just kicking out, and the rear tires are getting worn pretty quickly. But we've done a lot of changing on the suspension, and nothing seems to be working. So I don't know. might be tough. All right, into qualifying we go. It'll matter this time. Hopefully we can shoot for the front row. Our first lap in Q1 was absolutely terrible. Just a disgusting lap. 11th. Well deserved. That was not good. There we go. Purple in the second sector. Our final lap of Q2 is a 120.2. Puts us second place. So maybe we've got some pace around here. Okay, into Q3. We've been having a tough time in qualifying, so I really hope we can get a good result here. Dude, Piastri is like right on our ass. Why is... I hate that they do that. They'll let you through and then just tail you super close for a whole lap. Like, what is this, dude? Get away from me. What are you doing? Oh my god, now he's like going around the outside. We're on 2 separate laps, dude. What? This is so annoying. All right, well, our first lap in Q3 was ruined by Piastri. Trying to brake check him there. That was annoying. All right, we're down in 10th. We're gonna need a a very good lap here. We'll see what we can do. One quarter remaining for our final lap in Q3. We're 1.7 seconds up on our previous time. We're in the 119s. It's 4th place on the grid. Not terrible, but I was hoping for better. Pretty simple strategy. Once again, a one-stop here. 13 laps on the mediums, 16 laps on the hards. Starting 4th place on the grid as Fernando Alonso, hoping for our first race win of the year. The 5 red lights are on, and we are racing for 29 laps around Abu Dhabi, the final race of Season 2. Already up the inside into Turn 1, contact with Piastri. Gonna dump the battery here into this next corner. It's a very good overtaking spot, so we are gonna send a move down the inside on both of the Redbulls. Contact with Verstappen side by side. He pulls ahead. We're drag racing down into the next corner. We've got the slipstream, so we'll be close enough for a move down the inside once again on the Red Bull into P1. Side by side with Verstappen and closing the door on the Red Bull. So up into first place on lap 1. Perfect. The biggest key is to not let the Red Bulls get in front. We need to defend as hard as we can, because as soon as those Red Bulls get in clear air, they absolutely sprint away. They're gone immediately. DRS has been enabled, so we're going to let Verstappen through here. He'll cross the detection line, but we will be close enough to send a move back on Verstappen down the inside of turn 5, back up into P1, and now we have the DRS down the straight. So this will leave Verstappen hanging a little bit, and it should be quite easy to defend a move from the Red Bull into the hairpin. Nice and easy defense, keeping P1. So we're going to have to play a lot of games with the DRS in this race. There's this second straight here too, so we need to store up a lot of battery for this one. We're going to have to lift a little bit, let Verstappen cross the line. There he goes. There's Piastri up the inside as well. We split both the Red Bull cars back into P1 and with the DRS for the straights. Perfect. This is an ideal scenario for the time being. I'd much rather be defending from the Red Bulls than trying to chase them down. So as long as we can keep playing these games with the DRS, we do have a chance at defending this whole race. We're gonna have to lift a little bit to let Piastri pass us before the detection line. There he goes. We've got Verstappen down the inside as well. Once again, we're splitting the two Red Bulls, but this time Verstappen sticks to the inside. He'll have the DRS as well, so we're going to have to punch the battery, drag racing down the straight, pulling ahead back into P1, and that will be job done, closing the door on Verstappen into the chicane. But we're going to have to worry about this next corner as well. Okay, he's not close enough this time, but we are going to need to store a lot of battery for that second straight, because we're going to be under attack. A big kick of oversteer. There goes Verstappen. We're going to have to go for a move down the inside.
Okay, position. That's us down a place.
Little late of a lunge. Contact with Verstappen. Kind of barging him out of the way. Back into P1. Elbows out this race. Oh boy. We're going to be doing this all race long. Going to let Verstappen pass once again. A little bit of contact with... Okay. Very sketchy moment. Under braking. Verstappen back into P1. But we've got the DRS, so we can repass the Red Bull here. Nice and easy. Flying past the Red Bull on the straight. We've got another car involved. It's Leclerc. So the Ferrari is now involved for the fight for P1. We are backing up the entire pack by doing this. We might see a move from Russell here. We're a bit low on the battery, but we've got the inside for this sweeping left-hander. Russell still side by side with us. Somehow he has the grip. He pulls ahead. We're still right behind the Mercedes, so a move down the inside is exactly what we need. That was absolutely perfect. Very clean right there. All right, there goes Russell, and we have Verstappen up the inside as well. A little deep on the brakes into turn 5. More contact with Verstappen. We're just playing bumper cars with everybody at this point, but we've got the DRS. We've got the battery. We can breeze past Verstappen on the straights. Back into P1. More contact with Verstappen. This is getting a bit nasty. We're going to see a move from Verstappen around the outside, braking a little bit too early for this left-hander behind Verstappen. Now gonna have to dump the battery and send a move down the inside once again. Side by side with Verstappen back into P1. This race has been very back and forth. We're gonna let Russell by once again. There goes the Mercedes. We've got the inside. Gonna be an easy move down into turn 5. So back into first place. Plenty on the battery. We've got the DRS. So this should be quite an easy defense down this straight. But there are so many cars involved at the front now. There's Russell, Leclerc, Piastri, Verstappen. Everyone is trying to get past Fernando Alonso, but we are doing our best to make sure that doesn't happen. I do have to say, the tires are starting to feel pretty terrible on the rear end specifically. I'm very afraid of, oh my god, of doing a Latifi through there. There's just no grip on the rear end. So we are absolutely starting to lose some time Yeah, 55% on the rear right. There's Verstappen up the inside. Close the door on that one. Yeah, this is getting rough. Our pit window is open, and it is definitely time for some new tires. So we're going to try to push on this lap and build a gap to the cars behind. We'll see what we can do. Yeah, these tires are, like, completely gone. There's, like, look at it, absolutely no grip through that section. That is terrible. I'm hoping these guys come in, though, because if not, they're going to do a bit of an overcut. That's Verstappen in the pits. Yeah, they're all coming in. Okay, perfect. That just saved us. All right, it's the Alonso guys. On to the hard compound we go. It's a slow stop. They're not letting us out of the pit lane. We're going to get passed by 3 cars. Verstappen, Russell, and Leclerc all pass us. That is the worst pit stop we've had across probably both seasons. That is terrible. They are still bunched up, so maybe we have a chance to get back past Verstappen. But we have to re-overtake 3 cars here. So that might have just completely destroyed our race. Ooh, this is perfect. They're getting held up by slower cars in front. So this might give us a chance to go for a move. We might have to go for something now on Leclerc. We're gonna send it down the inside into the final corner of lap 14. So just Russell and Verstappen ahead. It's gonna be a bit far back, but we're gonna send one on Russell into turn 5, up into P2 just for a moment, still side by side with Russell. We've got the DRS pretty much out of battery, down the straight drag racing with the Mercedes, but now Piastri is getting involved as well. Gonna try to get past both of these guys back up into P2, but Verstappen is now in the clear air. We really cannot afford to keep fighting with Piastri and with Russell. We're side by side, once again losing so much time to Verstappen ahead. He's already 4 seconds up the road. So we can get back past Piastri with the DRS. We're going to be fighting Russell into this next left-hander, but Verstappen is completely running away in the clear air. That is absolutely brutal. Yeah, 4 seconds to Verstappen on lap 16. So we do have time to make up this gap, but we're going to be constantly under attack. I don't know if we can do that. This is such a mess, dude. We have too many people fighting for second place. Leclerc's now getting involved as well. Verstappen 7 seconds up the road. So he just made up 3 seconds in like 2 laps time, because we are just constantly scrapping back here. I don't know if we're going to be able to break out of this. We might have a chance to push right now. Leclerc and Russell are fighting behind, so they're slowing each other up quite a bit, but they're in faster cars. They have more pace, so they might just catch up. Well, Piastri got through, so we're definitely going to see some more fighting with Red Bull, but Verstappen's pace is just unreal. He's continuing to gain time. Unless there's a safety car, I don't think there's any way we can get Verstappen. Yeah, here's Piastri. We're going to do the same strategy we've been doing all race long. We'll take the DRS from the Red Bull. It should be easy to defend into the chicane, but there's going to be a lot more fighting. Yeah, here we go. We're definitely going to see a move from at least one of these guys. Leclerc has the DRS on us, so we're a bit of a sitting duck. We're dumping the battery. Gonna send it down the inside on the Ferrari, back up into P2. This is gonna last the entire race. Dude, there is absolutely no grip in this section of the track. I'm like actually afraid I'm gonna Latifi it.
Oh no, Nicholas Latifi.
There is literally no grip on the rear end at all. We are very slow through a lot of sections here. Piastri is 4/10 back, so he's a bit too far for us to do any of our DRS games into turn 5, so we're just gonna have to fight this. He's gonna be way faster on the straights with the DRS. We've got plenty of battery, so we have at least something to fight this with, but here goes Piastri down the straight. That's us down to P3. gonna send something down the inside, side by side with Piastri. More contact on corner exit. This time we will have the DRS, so we can definitely get our move done on Piastri around the outside, back into P2. There is much more battling to be done. 4 laps to go. It's only 39% wear on the rears. There's Piastri into turn 1. Not much we can do about that. Gonna have to dump the battery here and chase him down the straight. We'll have the DRS. Hopefully we can get him back. There we go. We needed the second DRS zone to get it done, but back into P2 around the outside of Piastri. This is getting very close for comfort here. We're gonna have to let him go once again, just steal the DRS from the Red Bull on lap number 27. So the race is winding down. Verstappen is absolutely gone, and we're still battling with Piastri. Oh yeah, he is close enough to go for a move. There's Piastri around the outside of this sweeping left, still side by side with Piastri, but look at the grip from that Red Bull. Somehow, he puts the power down so early. We're sending another one on Piastri back up the inside and back up into P2. This is absolutely insane. Here comes Piastri once again with the DRS. We're a bit of a sitting duck down the straight. Leclerc is getting involved as well, so that's 2 cars past us on the straight. We can get back past Leclerc. We've got the DRS on Piastri for the second DRS zone. Gonna dump the battery. It might be a little bit far back, but we're gonna send a move down the inside on the Red Bull. Still side by side once again through this left-hander. He backs out onto the curb and gifts us P2. So we'll take it. We got another lap of this. Okay, here we go. On to the final lap of the final race here in Abu Dhabi. Piastri up the inside into turn 1. He is definitely still fighting for second place. Our tires are completely gone. No grip on the rear end. Piastri will have the DRS down this straight. So we are going to be battling once again into the chicane. Here we go down the straight. We've got a little bit of battery to fight this with. Piastri's got the slipstream, got the DRS past us into P2. We're going to be too far back to get a move done into the chicane, so it's all going to rely on this final DRS zone. Piastri with a crazy exit out of that corner. It's going to be very far back, but this is the last race. We're going to send it down the inside on Piastri, and we get through. That was an insane move. Back into P2. We barely have enough grip to get through the rest of this lap, but we're back into P2. After that move on Piastri, we've got 1 corner to go to wrap up the second season of this career mode, coming home in second place as Fernando Alonso. Verstappen absolutely ran away. We did a ton of defending. Very sweaty race, very sweaty. We'll bring it home in P2. Not the ideal result, but you know, we made it work. Well, I really wanted Alonso to get a win. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it happen. The 4th fastest car, everyone else continued developing, and we just literally couldn't bring any upgrades. So we did the best we could do. Second place. Verstappen's pace is just unreal. It's really hard to catch him once he's in free air. So we did the best we could. Second place. What a season we've had. Look at all those wins in the beginning half of the year. We lost it a little bit in Hungary. Hungary was a tough race, but we kept it together. We could continue fighting for Verstappen in the back half of the season. Brad Pitt, World Drivers Champion. Red Bull wins the Constructors, but we take home second place for the Team Championship. Overall, very solid year. Here we are, the end of Season 2. So we'll go through all of our stats here, I guess. We had a lot of very entertaining races, a lot of entertaining moments this season. It was definitely Definitely a lot of fun. We've got $100 million in the bank now after that big Constructors Championship bonus. We get some more fan sentiment, whatever that means. Here we go. We spent $92 million on the car this season. We had 11 wins, 7 pole positions, 700 championship points, and finished second in the Constructors as well. So definitely a very, very solid season. All right, so that is a wrap on Brad Pitt career mode. Just in general, I mean, we set out to do what we wanted to do. Brad Pitt is the world champion in season 2, so I think that's it. But the new game is coming out probably in a month or two. So I'm thinking at this point probably of doing a Cadillac My Team mode, trying to bring Cadillac to the front of the field. Maybe try to make Bottas world champion. He kind of deserves it after his tenure at Mercedes. So maybe we'll try something like that. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys would want to see for the next iteration of a career mode. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. This is a lot of fun to make. I really like doing these videos, so I appreciate the support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.